What's up? What's up? What's up, Kane Nation? This is Kane's Talk Live on the Coach Me Coach podcast with Coach Hayes. Miami Hurricanes, the number 2 Miami Hurricanes fall to ACC rival Louisville Cardinals. Been a lot of trash talking, bull crapping, and everything else. And at the end of the day, you got to come to play. You got to come to play, dog. You got to come to play. Thank you, LMV. I appreciate you, baby, producing the building. Discord was down in the locker room. We was hard. We was going live. Phone lines are backing up like I-95, like you're trying to get out the stadium on the turnpike right now. So when I open them, please, I know y'all hot. Y'all want to vent. Y'all want to talk. All that. I get it. I ain't mad at you. But please, we got to stick to the 2 minutes. Got to. Real quick. Be lying if I wouldn't say I wasn't upset about the win. About the loss, excuse me. Thought we had a chance to come back. Unfortunately, we blew it. This game exposed some things that weren't being acknowledged or being fixed by this team. And that's what winning does. Winning puts Band-Aids over other problems. I said before the game, pregame show, I said last week, and I said before, we got to be able to stop the run with Isaac Brown. We got to be able to stop number 6, Bell. Chris Bell. And that's what we didn't do. We didn't stop their 2 pieces. We didn't stop their 2 components. Real quick, before I go through this, I know y'all want to vent, let this thing off. Let me just go through this deal quickly, and we'll make it happen. Pretty even game statistically for the most part. Total yards, Miami had 334, Louisville 367. Passing yards, we had 271. They had 248. Rushing yards, we had 63. They had 119. Time of possession was 3-minute differential. Penalties. But what killed us? Turnovers, bro. 4 interceptions to that 1 fumble loss. You can't win with that kind of turnover differential. It's very rare that you win football games. Very rare that you win football games when you turn the ball over that much. I'll go through the 2 players I talked about. Isaac Brown. I said Isaiah, but excuse me. Isaac Brown. 15 carries for 113 yards. No touchdowns. Chris Bell, 9 catches, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can I tell y'all something? The bright note. Scott. Scott. Keontae Scott. Not Scott. Is his name. Number 0, ball player. Defensive ball game. Malachi Tony, HIM. He is him. He is him. Beck was 25 of 35, 271 and 4 interceptions. 4 interceptions in the game. Malachi had 9 catches, 135. CJ Daniels, 7 of 74. Our rushing game, abysmal. Mark Fletcher had 18 yards on 8 carries. Jordan Lyle had 15 yards on 5 carries. Hell, Malachi Tony had 2 carries and had 14 yards. Abysmal. Keontae Scott, I was right. I'm sorry. Anyway, I think my dog V12 on watch right now. He in trouble. I got to call somebody for him. 381 people in the building. Go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button as you come on in. I appreciate you. I'll just say what I saw just after this. I'm going to do the good, bad, and ugly film review on this. We had to be able to stop the off-tackle plays. Protect the edges. The producer, LMV, she even know that. She even knows that. And you got to stop number 0, Chris Bell. The top 2 players. Can't let them hurt you. And that's exactly what they did. I said before, the defense didn't have any real standout players, but they played well as a unit, and it showed. This game right here will get Jeff Brom a bigger job. This game right here within itself will get Jeff Brom a bigger job. I'm not going to tell y'all what to talk about tonight because I know y'all just want to vent. I ain't even put the phone number up yet. Let me put the phone number up. If you want to call in, please feel free. 862-799-9956. Please stick to the 2 minutes. Well, you blacked out. Well, you got a blackout right now, 12. DD say Jeff Brom ain't going nowhere. Maybe not, but it definitely will garner attention from bigger programs. I'll say that. And I guess my whole push this year, somebody said draw the line in the sand. Yes, I'm drawing a line in the sand. It ain't over. Not making excuses. Got our ass whooped. Just what it is. Got to call it just what it is. I make no excuses for any of this. Coach Mario Cristobal going to probably get up at the podium in a few minutes and tell you it's on me as a head coach and I got to do better and this, that, and the other. And we got to put our head down and grind, but our goals are still in front of us. But at the end of the day, still unacceptable. 12, talk to us. What's on your mind, brother?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. I apologize, man. Daddy duties and stuff.
You good?
Hey, man, this one stung, bro. This one stung. I don't know what you said because I wasn't able to tune in the first 20 minutes, first 8 minutes. It kind of came. But this was a team loss. A team loss, everyone. And there's enough blame to go around from top to bottom. Let me explain something to everyone that's listening. Well, shout out to everybody that's listening. And get them likes up because we got 450. It seemed like misery love company because every time we win, thing only be 100. And don't get me on that. We got 450 to see what's going to happen. 57 to be exact. Hit the like button, at least something. Let us know.
457 people here. We got 57 likes. Come on, y'all.
Yeah,
come on.
It's hot right now. But I heard you say it's not over. But we have a lot of work to do. And indeed. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the biggest point in our season. What we do next week or the week after, because we're supposed to beat Stanford. But when we go to SMU, I think we do go to SMU, am I correct?
That's correct.
It's going to tell us a lot about who we are. But today, we are shown that we are not championship worthy by any stretch of the imagination. And sometimes when you have these losses, it's good to have them so people can see, because we all fall in love with the idea 12-0. Oh, there's nobody on our schedule. We should coast through this thing. And it never comes to fruition. And sometimes we have to temper our expectation. Do we have a good team? Of course we do. But right now, it's not championship worthy. And depending on what happens, we may not be ACC worthy. That's just a cautionary statement on my part. But let's see what happens. But it's enough blame to go around from top to bottom. So yeah, I know we're going to probably harp on Carson Beck. He got enough blame to go around. Defense got enough blame to go around. Carson Beck threw 4 picks, but the defense got a guy with a pulled hamstring. He running away like Megatron. He got a pulled hamstring. You know where the ball is going. You know where the ball is going. And he just goes a touchdown on third and whatever it was. So there's enough blame to go around. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate it. Real quick, let me give some love to the donos here. Bishop, right here. Member in the building. Bishop Franklin Delavan Roosevelt Jr. became a member, a YouTube member. Appreciate you, man. Clap it up. Oh, that ain't my buddy. Clap it up for Bishop. Thank you for becoming a member. Also, Susie Pink been a member for 23 months. Had to leave the locker room coach. My computer's acting up. Do you think we need to see Emery now? I'm just saying for $4 million. No, I don't think so. Not right now. I don't think that's the case. I think Beck has a problem with pressure, right? That's just what I saw tonight. The moment got too big. And I thought that was something he could overcome because he's been in big moments. He played Texas being number one on the road, right? Had a bad game kind of against Alabama, but decided to come back. This is all when he was at Georgia, I'm saying. So I didn't think the moment would have been too big for him. But tonight it was just too big for him. It's just what it was. So to answer your question, Susie Pink, no, I don't think so. Christian C. Major Noble for the 499. Why didn't we kick knowing Beck was off? This is poor coaching. Yeah, no, I can't say that. I can't. I mean, yeah, we could have kicked the ball, but that's just to tie it up. You still got to play ball game, and you have time and timeouts. So in hindsight, that sounds good, but no. I mean, you got to go for the W. You got to still push it because at the end of the day, you could throw a 5-yard pass and they go for 40. You got a touchdown for the win. So, no, I don't agree with that, Christian, but thank you for the dono. Corey Plaw for the $9.99. Thank you. $150 for a Greyhound from Miami to Athens. BS. Wow. Angel in the building. This one is on Becky with the good hair. Yeah, I guess you're right, man. And Panama City came for the $5. Despite the turnover, offense was stale, still no trader. Beck threw a couple of them early with no pressure. Holding his elbow, he threw instead of taking 3. Yeah, I mean, to your point, guys, and everybody left the donos, I thank y'all. Appreciate that. Like I said, we rolling in here. We got 552 in the building. Going to get the likes up, man. Let's get the algorithm cranking and going. We're going to open up these phone lines. Like I said, please stick to the 2 minutes. I'll just say this to you, 12, as I watch this and I'm watching the game, I'm the guy to draw the line in the sand. That's me. I'm standing up. But I hate to say it. I understood when people, and I was slapping people around about their skepticism. I understood, but I tried to will it. And even as bad as we played, we were still in this game. We just didn't finish it. And this right here was scary. I talked about having an explosive player. Malachi Tony, come on, dog. He a ball player. Gabos. The game ain't based on sympathy. Get all the love. Bro, when he threw that 2-point conversion, the moment ain't too big for him, but he got to have other pieces around him. I think 7 is a ball player as well. CJ Daniels. But we also do things like shoot ourselves in the foot. Stupid holding calls, stupid penalties. Taking points off the board. God damn it, if I see another screen, I'm gonna jump off a curb and sprain my ankle. Like, God dang, man. Some of the stuff is just like, you got to have complimentary football going on out here. And I know I sound like a bit of old lady right now, but when you've been doing this and you see this and you know it, and you're saying like that drag, I'm sitting in the locker room. God, this is day one stuff. The number one player, the number one wide receiver for them is 3 yards from the offensive tackle. It's a drag. And people want to blame Frederic. I get it. But can I tell you this? You can't blame Frederic. You can't cover that in man. It's impossible.
Well,
it's a man beater.
Of course,
it's a man beater. So what you have to do is you have to help them. Now, this goes through coaching and teaching. Now, I'm not saying they didn't teach it. I don't know. I'm not there. But damn it didn't work out. And they did it twice. And he scored, twice on it, didn't he?
I think so, Coach. Here's the thing. I'm talking about yak. And I ain't talking about your grandpa old cognac. Even though Frederic gets beat, they're missed tackles on the way to the end zone. They are missed tackles. And like I've always said, this is the stretch of the season where little stuff that we got away with in previous games,
Yes, sir.
it starts to catch up.
Yes,
For
sir.
example, not closing out games is an indication, not only from the defense, but from the offense. It's an indication of a leak in the football team. There's a hole there. Someone said Heatherman got out coached. Mario got out coached.
Right.
Dawson got out coached because they came out in formations. They threw 3 quarterbacks at us. And we like, who are these guys? And so they came out with a perfect scheme from the beginning. And, you know, it's one of those games where you look at it and you're like, man, it just was not in the cards to win tonight. And there it is. Think about this. Get the fumble, almost score. Get the touchdown. Get the 2-point conversion. Then we stop them. I mean, it's a great chain of events. Going down in field goal range, and the ball is tipped and intercepted. And the interception was a great one. It wasn't an easy pick.
Right.
So it wasn't in the cards for us tonight. How do we bounce back? Open up the phone lines. How do we bounce back? I ain't doing no cursing tonight because I'm a student of the game. I ain't about to go off. It was a total team loss from top to bottom.
And I'll say this. Yeah, I'll say this real quick before I get these last donos and I open the lineup. I did a show maybe in the summer about Carson Beck. We did his good highlights and his low lights. And there was a thing about his balls being batted. And there's something about his balls being batted that's probably more. I would love a study on that. How many times his balls get batted versus other quarterbacks? And he's not a shorty. Right. He's 6'5". He's not like he's 5'10", and his balls are getting batted. Hell, if Dylan Gabriel balls don't get batted as this much, and he's 5'10". So there's something there. I don't know why his balls get batted. I don't know if it's the release point, whatever, but his balls get batted so much, there's an issue. And it's batted at the line of scrimmage. That's the problem. But let me do these last 3 donos and we get in. I'm sorry, Team Cyber One for the $9.99. Respect. Appreciate you. Life of Bill for the $10. As long as Cristobal is at Miami, the rest of Florida teams have nothing to worry about. I appreciate that, Life of Bill, but we still the state champs. So matter of fact, mother. Big Wig Cleaner, 1999. No one wants to lose, but college football has changed. Perfect season will be rare. It's best to have a stinkers early. The team that gets hot at the end matters more than lose in October. OSU lost 2, then caught fire. Fair statement. I think my problem with that, the only problem I have with the statement, and it's not to demean Louisville. I think they still were a solid program. The problem is lose the teams that are lose-worthy, if that's even a thing to say. If I'm going to lose it to a team that lose. I don't think Louisville was a team that we were supposed to lose to. Like that's my issue. If we were facing up the number 3 team in the nation, the number 5 team, the number 8 team, I say, you know what, that makes sense. And I'm not knocking you, Big Wit. I'm just saying, to your point, you have a valid point. But for us, we can't get the two conflicted. We have to understand that Louisville is a team that everybody said their defense didn't play anybody. And they came out and they worked us over with formation, motion, play calls, and everything else. All right, 12, anything you want to say?
Yeah, shout out to Big Wit. He's been a long time subscriber, always done. Here's what I'll say about that, Big Wit. I think the logic is a little bit, for me, just personally, I think it's off. The last time someone mentioned Ohio State was Coach, and he made me go viral because I had a slippage of my tongue, and I uttered a profanity, which I normally don't do. We are not Ohio State. Number 2, when you have that type of, I think, viewpoint, for me, my opinion, it's to always, if that team beat that, this team beat that. So, for example, we just lost to Louisville. Louisville lost to Virginia. So does that mean if we play Virginia, we'll lose to Virginia too? So it's kind of off a little bit. Yes, we do have a chance to continue to move forward. I understand. Absolutely. It's not the end of the world by no means. I want everybody to understand that. but we have to start to trend in the right direction. To your point, Big Wit, we saw Ohio State. They lost their 2, but they started to trend in the right direction. They were healthy, and they got it done. Yeah. And so I understand what you're saying, but for us, it just seems like sometimes we can't get over that hump.
Right.
And until I start to see that we're going back in the right direction, I don't know. Again, my statement is we're not
them.
National championship. Yeah, we're not national championship contenders at this particular point in time, and we still have pretty much a full season, half season to go.